Good early afternoon, everyone. So I've been getting a lot of questions, my daughter and I, about in this temperature here in Ontario or any hot temperature where it's soaring above 40 degrees with the humidex. How do we manage our garden, and do plants thrive, or do they die, or what do we do with water? So I'm going to show you guys what we do to manage our plants to make sure that we take care of them in this heat. One of the big things we do is make sure that we gauge and watch the weather to see what temperature it is going to be. And then we start out by making sure if it is going to be hot like it has been the last little while, we make sure we give a good watering first thing in the morning before any sun really hits your plants. And if they are, that's okay. You want to water underneath, which we'll show you. And then we water at night. But the one rule of thumb is if your plants need water, give them water. Do not let them starve. You can start seeing in this temperature that they're using a lot more water, and if you are not providing the water, they start wilting over, etc. So you want to make sure that you stay on top of the watering and looking after your plants in this type of temperature. Same like us, when it's too hot, we do not like it. Certain plants do thrive, but they need that extra water to keep them going. So let's take a gander at what we do. So specifically, if we're looking at tomato plants, you can see when you're looking at the soil, this one does look a little damp. You can give a little finger test by putting your finger in about a 1/4 inch to the soil. Feel that if it is wet, then you know it's good. Again, in this temperature, I don't really gauge it. I look at the top. If it looks wet, then it's good. It will make it through until later this evening, when I give it another water, a light watering. But I do not starve my plants of water and let them completely dry out, which I'll show you where it's getting more sun and it is dry, where we're going to give it some more water. When we do provide water to our tomato plants as well, we make sure that we do not spray the leaves. That is a massive no-no. Tomato plants are very sensitive, especially if they're going to be in the sun all day and they have water on their leaves. You can pretty much kiss your tomato plant goodbye, or start welcoming a lot of diseases, etc. So we do not water any of our plants directly on the plant itself. We get low in water directly down to the roots. As you can see, I have taken off a lot of the lower stems to prevent anything from hanging on the soil and getting diseased. And then we make sure we water directly close to the plant and not spraying the whole plant itself. Tomatoes, again, are very sensitive. If you water the plant itself and then sits in the sun, you're going to sunburn it and it's going to wilt and die. Now, as we look at the difference in soil, this is our bean section, which gets a lot of sun all day. We watered this very thoroughly this morning. And as you can see, right through the afternoon here, it has dried up again. We want to make sure we give it another water. You don't want to overwater, but on the same hand, in temperatures like this, you don't want to underwater. You want to make sure your plants are thriving to be able to produce, especially ones that have vegetables already on the plant. They're using a lot more extra energy to provide to those fruits and vegetables. So you want to make sure you stay on top of them. Again, when we water, light little watering below. And you're going to give it a good little soak, as you can see there. We don't get high, we don't water the plant directly, we're watering it nice and low. Once it is nice and wet, we'll move on to the next section. We'll come back and give it another little soak, not too much, because again, we will water tonight. So once again, thank you everyone for tuning in to our little update on the questions we get about how we manage our garden here in this heat. Right now, again, we're sitting at over 40 in our humidex here in Ontario and Simcoe. It is absolutely beautiful. The plants love it. But we want to make sure, again, what I showed you, stay on top of them. Water your plants below. Do not get the leaves in this temperature. You'll definitely burn them and hurt your plants. And make sure you give them water when they need them. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope everyone has a fantastic, cool day today, and we'll see you back this afternoon for a full garden update. Thanks and take care.